Hello and welcome to the Ellen Made Book Club and round 5 of Booktuber Bingo. Leandra, the TBR 0, dropped the 5th and final video with the bingo draw yesterday, and I'm really excited to watch it now and find out what the final prompts will be. I will be getting like the rest of the numbers that I have on my bingo cards, which are number 7 and number 8. The part that I don't know is what the prompts will be and what books I will pick for that. So after this draw, I will have all of my potential TBRs picked out, and I can finally decide what books to read. I'm on my way to bingo, and I have also finally started The Book of Guilt by Chidgey. I'm on page 18 and loving it so far, but I just haven't had a lot of time this week to read. I did finish Someone Knows by Keeland, which was for prompt 068, which was to read a fast-paced book. And I will also say that I have a couple of possible bingos that I am more interested in to find out what the final prompts will be. I have almost got a bingo in the G column, and then I am very curious about the prompts on the bottom 2 rows because those have books that I want to read and also a bunch of books that I have finished already. So I'm very curious about B3, N31 and N39. And on bingo card number 8, I am very interested in knowing what I19 will be because that row is one that I am interested to read as well. Other than that, I don't think I have any changes on the cards or anything. So let's just get into the bingo draw and see what happens.
Hello, bingo playing participants. Are you ready for the final drawing of the last 14 bingo balls for Booktuber Harvest? It is the 5th week, and I am very excited to introduce these prompts to you, and I do mean that I'll be the one introducing them. I was able to highlight 60 different booktubers across this month, and I'm really pleased that I was able to do that. This is around the time, halfway through the month, where people just realize they've done what they can. They need a break. Maybe they're slumping. And so I didn't want to make any booktuber the 75th person to be shown. I wanted everyone to be forced to the forefront. You get to see them all. You get to enjoy their content throughout October. And so you only get me. I hope that's okay, friends. I also am having the plan of mostly providing prompts that are simply activity-based, breaks-based, that aren't actual reading prompts. A handful of them are going to be regarding reading, a book that you could pick up, but I'm encouraging that you take care of yourself. And if you want to read more after you've gotten a blackout board before the end of the month, jump over to Pumpkin Patch, jump over to Tombs and Tomes, because I'm sure you can find a lot of great reads that way too.
I think that's really sweet of Leandra. I wouldn't have minded more booktubers and more reading prompts, but I totally understand the where she's coming from, and I think that's really great. So I'm still excited to find out what the prompts will be, and if I get any of the reading prompts, I will be happy about that. And if I get any activity breaks, that's also going to be good for me, I think. But I haven't hit a slump at all yet in this event, and I'm still as excited as I was at the start. So I think that also says something about the event. But then also I wouldn't mind playing the other 2 games, and I might end up doing that after October. So we'll see. I just think this event has been really fun so far, and yeah, let's see what the next prompt is.
All right, let's see what our first number this week is. 070. The next number is N33, N33. This next one is in honor of the Booktube community, and I'm tasking you with taking a break, watching Booktube, your favorite Booktuber, find a new Booktuber, maybe a video that you find comforting so you like to rewatch it once in a while. Take that break for at minimum 20 minutes. While we love to read, there's also some fun to be had in engaging with the community and seeing what other people are reading, what they're doing with books on the internet.
So I have N33 on card number 7, and watching booktube for 20 minutes is going to be an extremely easy prompt to fulfill, so I'm very happy about that. And yeah, that gets me another potential bingo on the top row there. Yeah, I can definitely do this prompt. Let's see what the next one is.
The next number is N41, N41. Check your bingo cards for N35.
I do have N35 on card number 8, and that gives me another bingo in the N column with the free space in the middle, which I have previously been known to ignore.
This fourth drawing comes with the prompt of reading for 45 minutes. Doesn't matter what book you're picking up. It could be a current read. It could be a book that you want to read and you just need the motivation to start with concentrated 45 minutes. This is also perfect if you like to do reading sprints. Do that, read for 45 minutes, and you can check this off your list.
I could definitely use that motivation to stay reading for 45 minutes because, yeah, like I mentioned, this week I haven't gotten a lot of time to read. So if I have to read for 45 minutes to check off a prompt, that's going to be a good thing.
I-18, I-18. Oops, that is the second time that has happened to us. The one that fell on the floor is G59. And the number that came out at the same time is I-19.
I do have I-19 on my bingo card number 8, and this is one of the numbers that I am a bit extra curious about because I might want to read the books in the I column. And so, yes, let's find out what this prompt is.
My prompt for you is to do a cozy hobby, or just do a hobby that you love that does bring you comfort, brings you stress relief. You enjoy doing it. I'm calling it cozy because usually the hobbies that we're doing, we like them, and that is cozy in its sense because it gives positive feelings. So yeah, take a hobby break, whatever that looks like. And if your hobby is reading, that's also perfectly fine. Take some time to read, and then you can check it off the list.
Okay, that's a great prompt. I might count reading as my cozy hobby. I might also count like making a video, like editing a cozy hobby, because I enjoy doing that, and that gives me like, you know, me time. I might also count doing like my booktube back end kind of thing, which is like picking up books for TBRs and like upcoming reading events. There is an upcoming reading event in November called Neurovember by Kat at Curious Cat that I wasn't planning to participate in too much because I have participated in a bunch of reading events these last couple of months, but Kat did such a great job of putting the event together, and so now I'm excited, and I might want to take some time to pick out some books for the different prompts, or just like one of the options for that reading event is to pick your favorite prompts and make your own bingo board with those. So I might just make like a 3x3, 9 prompt little mini bingo. I might count that as my cozy hobby break because yeah, I just love matching books to prompts and putting TBRs together, and yeah, I just think it's really fun. Any of those things will count, and I'm looking forward to that.
The next number to look for is N43. O75.
Yes, I have O75 on both of my bingo cards, and that gives me 2 more bingos on card number 8. And yeah, okay, let's see what this one is.
Eat or drink something seasonal. It can be seasonal in the season you're in, or seasonal if you're not in the fall weather, but you're really wanting fall. Eat or drink something that reminds you of fall.
We just picked grapes in our garden, which is a very like fall activity. So we have some grape juice or like grape lemonade, I don't know what to call it. So that might be something I could drink, or I might just do like a cup of tea, because a cup of tea is very seasonal for me and very cozy and goes great with reading. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna add a cup of tea here, or possibly grape juice.
Next is B3. That is B3.
B3 is in the bottom row on my card number 7. So I'm very curious what this one will be. So let's see what B3 will be. Okay, stop.
This prompt is similar to another. It's exactly the same as another, but it's going to hit different bingo cards, and that is to steal a prompt from another bingo card.
Okay, I think that's really fun, and I need to look through the prompts that didn't hit any of my cards and see which ones I like from them. I'm gonna wait until this draw is done and like do that at the end, because I don't know, maybe there will be a prompt that comes up here that isn't on my cards. So anyways, I'll do that at the end.
Next up, we have another low number, B6. That is B6.
Nope.
We only have 4 prompts left. That is really crazy. And this one is really simple. Move your body. Just move your body, go for a walk. Again, stretching can count too. So I guess I'm really kind of like having any type of movement count. If you do yoga, that works. If you're like a hardcore runner, even if it's something like, hey, I'm going to be cleaning my kitchen and I'm definitely going to be moving all around, breaking a sweat, doing laundry, running around, mowing the lawn, all of that is moving your body. And so basically I'm telling you, hey, if you need to do some chores, you can count this.
That's very kind. I think I'm gonna steal this one for the B3. I'm just gonna do this one. I could go for a walk for 45 minutes and listen to an audiobook and cross off 2 prompts all at once. So yes, I'm gonna do B6, move your body.
So few balls left. Oh my goodness. The next number is I-21. That's I-21.
Yes.
On the day you watch this, I want you to go to Tombs and Tomes, the scavenger hunt, and see what prompt is on that day. And you can either read a book that has that item on the cover, or you can treat it like the scavenger hunt prompt, which is simply finding a book on your shelves that has that item on the cover. So for one day, do one of the, things for Tombs and Tomes.
Okay, that's fun. Where's my phone? I'm watching this on the 18th. So 18 is eyes. I think I've already done this with Fight Club. I could just count this prompt as done because I have, picked out Fight Club for this number already, and I have already read it, so I don't have to find a new book to read or like a new cover with eyes. Yeah, I mean, why not? I'm making things harder for myself again. And I was gonna stop doing that. So I'm gonna count it as done then, because I'm watching this on the day 18 and okay, done. Okay, next prompt.
The turning of the cage is so quiet now. It's a little bit disturbing, but the next number is N39.
Yes, N39 is on the bottom row on my number 7 card. So let's find out what that is.
Once again, I am repeating, but I'm trying to just force you all to relax. I really want you all to have a great time. And I know that we sometimes put too much on our plate. And so this one is simple once more, and it is a repeat prompt. And that is to stretch it out. See if you can get your shoulders rolling and maybe just, stretch your legs, move your back a bit. And I already kind of gave you some options to do that. It doesn't have to be for long, just kind of like become more aware of your body and help relieve any tension that might be there.
Okay, so stretch I can definitely do, and I could do it now, but I'm gonna save it for later when I'm reading and I need a little bit of a break. So yeah, that's a great prompt.
It really is too funny that is an empty cage now. We should have placed bets on what the last number would be, but obviously it's too late. And the last number is N31. N31.
Finally, I have the final number of a draw, which is really fun, and that is the final number, and that is N31. I have that on my bingo card number 7, and I really want to read this row, so let's see what the prompt is.
Finally, the last prompt of TBR Harvest Bingo. I have the prompt for you to, if you're in the Discord, post a poll in the poll channel. Now this could be, hey, what should I read next? What should I get a special treat for? Should I nap or should I not nap? That one, everyone's probably going to tell you to nap, but I want you to post a poll in the Discord channel for polls and just allow people to kind of decide what you should be doing. It could be a cozy activity. What movie should I watch tonight? Should I eat out? Should I cook at home? Whatever you want a poll for, that's what I think that you should do.
Okay, so a poll on Discord. That's really fun, and I am on there. So I might use this to pick a book and like maybe my next read, and maybe I'll use this to like put a book on here that I haven't gotten yet, because I do have a couple. The one that comes to mind is Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. I just think it's the season to read this, and I really would like to get this on the bingo board. Another one might be Never the Wind, which I don't have on there either. I could just use these two and let people choose with these. I'm gonna think about it for a little bit and I'll report back.
That's it for me. Very grateful. Happy TBR Harvest, everyone.
Now I just have to choose which bingo to go for. I'm definitely going for the G column on my card number 7, because I only have to read the Book of Guilt, and then I will have my first bingo, like proper bingo that I have read all of the books for. So that's exciting, but I want to like plan out my next one. So another bingo that I didn't really think about was the O column, because I've already read 3 books on there, and then I have to eat or drink something seasonal, which for me could be a cup of tea, and read A House with Good Bones. I think that's you know, a good combination. So I guess I'm gonna put that up here. I don't have A House with Good Bones anywhere on card number 8, but I figure maybe I could use that for the free space. You know, I want the cards to help each other out. So I think I'm gonna put A House with Good Bones on the free space, and then I'm gonna pick a book that I only have on card number 8 so far and put that on the free space of my number 7 bingo card. I think I might want to pick Murder by Memory. I could also do A Short Stay in Hell or We Love You Bunny, because I don't have that on here either. So should I go for Blackout? I'm not gonna go for Blackout, no. I also think that I could complete the bottom row on card number 7 because I have B3, so I stole prompt B6, which is to move your body. 39 is to stretch, so I could just stretch and I will have completed both of those prompts, and then I will have a bingo. If I also read Murder by Memory, I could also get the middle row and have a bingo on there. I only have to read the Book of Guilt and A House with Good Bones and Murder by Memory, and I will have 4 bingos and stretch. I still don't have either Black Sheep or Never the Wind on here, which I'm a little bit sad about. On card number 8, I am hoping to get the bottom row with the garden and Diary of a Void, but I don't know if this is a bit too ambitious perhaps. I do have pretty good books picked out like on the diagonals here. I would have Endling, Diary of a Void, A House with Good Bones, No Friend to This House, and then listen to an audiobook while I do a puzzle. And then in this direction I have the Book of Guilt, The Darlings of the Asylum, A House with Good Bones, We Love You Bunny, and No Friend to This House. I also have this row right here where I've read 2 books, and then I would have to read The Garden, The Darlings of the Asylum, and either Women Talking or The Night of Baba Yaga. I think that's going to be a lot. The B column, I don't think I'm going to read all of the books. I'm going to read the Book of Guilt, but I don't think that I'm going to read I Let You Go or Alice in Wonderland. I do want to read Murder by Memory, and I also want to read The Darlings of the Asylum, but that is a little bit longer, and so I don't really know. And then this pumpkin represents a cozy hobby, which I definitely will do. So then I just have to read Diary of a Void. So yeah, that is still one that I'm gonna try to read, I guess. I do want to read A Short Stay in Hell, but that is to get the bingo in the G column. And for that, I would also have to read Women Talking and We Love You Bunny. I do want to read both of those, but it also feels like a bit of a stretch maybe, to fit those in with A House of Good Bones. I don't know. Am I gonna get this one? I don't think so. It's still the bottom row. I don't know. Bingo card number 8 is hard. I feel very scattered on there. Like there are lots of books that I want to read, but I don't really get a lot from, you know, I have to read a lot of long books on here, I feel like. I could aim for the I column, but the Darlings of the Asylum is kind of long. And then I would also have to read Diary of a Void, and I haven't read anything in that column yet, so that's stupid. What even is that? Why is the Darlings of the Asylum there? 29. That is a genre blend. I mean, Murder by Memory is also a genre blend. Science fiction mystery. Let's just switch out the Darlings of the Asylum for genre blend, and we're gonna add Murder by Memory on there because that's just better. I'm gonna do that on card number 7 as well then. I guess it could be my free pick as well. I mean, it's a free pick, so we can pick whatever we want. We Love You Bunny or Murder by Memory, or I don't know, because I could get this bingo then. If I... what? Maybe I should put A Short Stay in Hell on the free pick on card number 7, because that is short and I want to read it, and it doesn't really do much on card number 8, but I do want to read it. So maybe I should put that on there, because then I can get this bingo, right? I just have to move my body and then read The Book of Guilt, which I have started, A Short Stay in Hell, and Murder by Memory. That feels doable. Okay. And then card number 8, aim for this bingo on the diagonal with The Book of Guilt, Murder by Memory, House with Good Bones, and We Love You Bunny. I could also aim for the G column, I guess, with A Short Stay in Hell, Women Talking, and We Love You Bunny. I'm not gonna get to all of these. And also a Diary of a Void and The Garden. That's too many. In the spots where I have Women Talking and The Night of Baba Yaga, I'm just gonna focus on Women Talking. I don't know. I also don't have Black Sheep on here, but like it's too much. That's too much. Okay, that is too much. I'm gonna focus on, I don't know. Where did Women Talking go? Are these the books that I'm gonna focus on? And We Love You Bunny, and not The Garden. I think The Garden is not gonna get on my TBR. Like, I really want to read The Garden. I don't have it in good spots on my bingo. Okay. This is what we're doing now. Diary of a Void. I'm not gonna get any bingos with that. This is the TBR then. I have 6 books picked out. Which is a lot. Okay, so the final books to be read in the 12 remaining days of October is going to be The Book of Guilt by Catherine Chidgey, A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite, A Short Stay in Hell by Stephen L. Peck, Women Talking by Miriam Toews, and We Love You Bunny by Mona Awad. I also need to have some tea, and I also need to move my body and stretch, and I also need to do a poll pick. I could do a poll pick of like which book to read next. I don't know, I will figure that out. So I guess that is the TBR for the rest of October. I am gonna do some kind of a wrap up, at least, of the month of October and this reading event, and, you know, see which books I have read and which bingos I have gotten and all of that. If you have followed along on this journey since round 1, thank you so much for watching and for cheering me on and pointing out the bingos that I missed. I have had a lot of fun with this, and I hope that you have had fun watching it or playing it or like participating in the reading event and all of that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.